People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Spent about 60 on it.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Mother Nature has decided to show up here, and rain is sure to have an impact on this game. Ball security will come into play, as both teams will have to deal with some very slippery conditions. It's the Jaguars going up against the Jets.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford. We are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Borrell's going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And that play is able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On the run, it's Fournette. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. On is the second-year man from Sam Houston State, Lachlan Edwards, to punt it away, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now a handoff looking right, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Pistol. It's Fournette. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 24-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Eight yards to go here on 2nd down. Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Taken in at the 22. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Jaguars.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A little dump off for Corral. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Dumps off to Powell. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 32-yard line. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58, easy. Black 58, Royal. Black 58, Royal. Ace.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out up come the Jets. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he's got a noon one. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 23 yards on the play. Anunwa was the Jets' second leading receiver last year, had 58 catches, only one behind Brandon Marshall, who, of course, with the Giants now.
A breakout season for him, a big-bodied guy. Many thought that he's more restricted to moving the chains. Had an ability to get downfield and make big catches as well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second. To him to try and keep him away from their plays.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go.
He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Clive Walford. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Airing one deep for Curse. And this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a 2nd straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Now he steps away, and he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss, finding some room at midfield. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
While there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And here's another tackle. At the line, so they're converging well on the football now. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On the give, this is their fullback. And the ball is knocked out. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Hauled in by Anderson left side. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now they'll toss here to Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They go again with Powell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they get the field goal, but partner, that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Bortles. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Lee's got it over the middle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, it's Bortles. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go. 319.
This is the running back, Powell. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before half for Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So out now come the Jets. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Back to throw here. He's got Curse. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll drop to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is fielded at the 7. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
There we go. Ace. Black 58, rail. Black 58, rail.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Left. There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. Slow. Hey,
Bortles now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Dumps off to Powell. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Hey. 14. He's going deep. Get him. Now let's go. Green.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They begin with a run by Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Zach Miller as tight end there. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Steve McClendon in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Titans who have scored to grab the lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And tough starting field position here. They start this with a run for Powell. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I can never stump you on stats, but go ahead and let the people know. Who was 2nd in the NFL in 2016 in yards per carry?
It was that man, Bilal Powell, right at 5.5.
He may have had to share some carries in the backfield with Matt Forte, but boy, he took advantage of his touches.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a 1st down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the 1st down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the 1st down.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Here we go now. Slow. Alert 86.
From midfield, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. And the Falcons have added to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them putting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Steps up, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's a new one. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jermaine Kearse, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Santos now to add the PAT. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, slow down, slow down. Left.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. So 2nd down, 3 yards to go now. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Double tight.
Play clock winding down. Fournette running right. And some space here. Again, he finds an opening. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The play clock's running down. They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now Bortles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They begin with a carry for Powell. And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
23 yards on the play.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Now let's go.
Here's Powell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Now let's go. Blue 90!
Now back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They run with Powell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. And the Titans really stretching things out now as they've scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these